Greetings, chat. How's it going? We're going to start a little bit earlier today. And I got a super chat from Zlixian. Thank you so much, $5. So it gives me a lot of comfort to know it's like, oh, I sent you a DM. Like, feel free to read what doesn't get you banned. What a great way to start the stream today. And I got a super chat. No one cares what you gotta say. All right. So, let's see what Zlixian wants us to read. And why on earth do I still have these things? Okay, they're gone. Holy shit. I'm sorry, chat. Like, my son was just, screaming earlier. His, teeth are coming out. So, there was a lot of, disaster. And, I came as soon as I could. And I didn't have a little bit time to prepare. Anyway, what does Zlixian says? He says, you here, I hope obviously not directed at you, but these fuckers. Almost 50. So Zlixian is 50 years old? Like, you're older than me, dude. I should call you senpai. Never ever been on a date. Jesus, Zlixian, not once? Like, why is that? I mean, I guess if you're 50 now, it's kind of difficult. But I wish you'd have contacted me earlier, you know? Like, maybe 10 years ago when I started. Like, I could have taught you how to go on a date. So it's not, like, really complicated. It's kind of like being a fisherman. You gotta throw a wide net. You know, you gotta throw a wide net. But he never was on a date. One family member, few friends. By all means, keep posting under your real name on Twitter while you try to take away the few things that bring me joy. So he is talking about right-wingers now trying to ban his hobbies. I do get where he is coming from, you know, like this is how you can make a person snap. Imagine a situation, right, where you have a society where everyone is looking for a job and employment is extremely rare, right? Because like all the employers have unrealistically high expectations. Kind of like dating is for men now, you know, like you want to get a date, but like unless you have 2 cars and your own apartment, most women don't look at you, and that's the starter, you know. And so you have like a similar society where unless you work for Google and unless you have like 40 years of experience, they won't hire you. And people like genuinely want to work, like they're desperate, and they become kind of sad, and they share like TV shows where it's all about getting employed and being a salaryman, and they role play online pretending that they're employed. Like, it's really sad, right? But imagine you take away that from people. Like, that would be pretty fucked up, wouldn't it? Like if the only thing they have left to cope is that, and you're like, yeah, you're not going to be a degenerate, you're not going to watch that, you're going to foster resentment, and people are going to snap. Which, by the way, is why the woke lost, because the woke went after entertainment. They literally decided to sanitize entertainment and to push their morality into everything, whether it was sports, video games, TV shows, movies. And so people just fucking snap. And now you have like a picture of some poor little kid from a third world country getting beaten by ICE. And the left is like, how can you stand for this? Why are you allowing it? And right-wingers are like, I don't fucking care. It makes you upset. And this is why I voted for this. Like, I genuinely wanted this. I didn't want the kid to get beaten up. I wanted you to be upset. I am literally that petty. Because you went out of your way to fuck with my entertainment. You took something from me. You took something from me that didn't belong to you. And now I will take something away from you. And honestly, it's not fair. It's not nice. It's not moral. But it is human nature, right? Like, if someone goes out of their way... if someone goes out of their way to make someone else miserable... some people will be definitely that petty and vengeful and will return the favor. And it doesn't have to be like on an equal bet. It's like, oh, apples and oranges, doesn't fucking care. Like when people get emotional, do you think like they really look and see, oh, this is an apple, this is an orange? No. It's like, you fucked with me, I'll fuck with you. It doesn't matter how. Nothing bad will happen. I totally don't have firearms, says Zlixian. Yeah, I don't think like people are going to get really that emotional over banning of entertainment. But no, like petty, definitely. You know, like let me explain to you how petty I am. For instance, and I told the story before, but I'll say it again. There was like this party that started in my country, United We Save Romania, left-leaning party, whatever. They decided to do these protests against corruption, and they were blocking the roads. They had like 5 chuckleheads that were just moving back and forth, like crossing the sidewalk, and they were blocking the road. And I remember I was taking my cat to a vet, and all of a sudden, like, these chuckle fucks are blocking my road, and I'm like, who are they? And who do they hate? And apparently they hate right-wing authoritarians. And I was like, okay, so from now on I will vote for the guy that has like a statue of Jesus tattooed on his cock. Whether or not it hurts me, I don't fucking care. Like, I am willing to get hurt if I know they get hurt twice as much. You know, like, this is what happens when you fuck with people. Like, eventually you run into someone like me. And in Eastern Europe, there's a lot of people like me. And so guess what? They started that, and they were like panicking. It's like, oh, but this guy is homophobic, and you'd vote for him, or this guy is a clown. How can you vote for them? Because you block the roads. And they stopped blocking the roads, right? That's literally what happened. A couple of months later, they stopped blocking the roads. And it's because like they hit a wall of irrationality and pettiness. Where people are like, okay, if you are going to do this to me, I will hurt myself just to hurt you. And it's like, but that's irrational. That doesn't make sense. Maybe not, but there's tens of millions of us. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the whole shtick with banning pornography. It's a Motte and Bailey tactic, and this is very important to point out. And what I mean by this is that when they say ban pornography, they want you to believe that they're talking about Pornhub, but in reality, they constantly say no. Like, they want Annie from Grok to be banned, right? They want Elon Musk's AI to not have anything not safe for work. They want erotica to be banned. They want manga to be banned. They want comic books to be banned. They want a grift, basically, right? Like, they want to be in the position where they are the censors and they get to decide. And usually it's done by corruption. Like, if you look at ESRB, you can notice how fucking corrupt that is. And they want taxpayer money to do it. And this was done in America before. Like, there were people like that that made the Comics Code Authority, or people like Morality in Media. People that made millions of dollars out of censorship. Like, it's an insanely lucrative grift, you know? You're selling a product that costs no money to make, which is censorship. And in exchange, you have, like, all these companies coming to you, begging you to allow their work, whether it's a comic book, whether it's a movie, whether it's a video game, to allow you to to not censor it. And you can see that this is happening with Sony. Right? Like, Sony allows The Last of Us 2, which has an actual porn scene in it. Like, hardcore, right? Like, you get to see Abby being taken from behind. Like, that's fucked up. And they allow that. But there's, like, anime video games that are just romantic, you know, like slice of life, romantic shit, and they get banned. Why do you think that is? Like, the answer is simple. Like, someone got paid. Like, I'm sorry to bring my Eastern European cynical mind here, but that's how the cookie bounces. Like, these people enjoy the privilege of being censors because they're making money out of it. Because they get to decide what gets published and what doesn't. And so, this is one of the reasons why there's a lot of money put into astroturfing this shit. Because if you think about it, 3 years ago, this conversation just didn't exist. The internet was more pornographic in 2020, and this conversation just didn't exist in the public space at all. No one brought it up. Why is that? All of a sudden, digital ID is becoming a thing, and you have like all these Christians with crosses in their bio and various Christian paraphernalia coming out of nowhere, and having the same talking points, the same buzzwords, reacting the same way. Like, if you try to frame it in any way you want, you say, look, I don't want digital ID, or look, I don't think that drawing should be censored. They will immediately just start calling you a gooner and shit. It's like they're stormtroopers doing the same marching orders, you know, like they're carbon copies of one another. And I'm not saying like there aren't people that legitimately don't want pornography, which is like, it's fine. But like, I would understand their grievance if like someone was literally putting porn into their account, right? Like, if you had the bots, and actually, like, I remember like those bots with pussy in the bio, they were annoying, but like no one was freaking out about them, right? No one was like, oh, what if a child sees the bot? No one gave a shit. Like our entire generation, 2 decades, no one complained, right? And the internet actually became more sanitized Like now you have to go out of your way on Twitter to find anything lewd. Right? Like the Google search engine now has a not safe for work function that you can turn on and off. Like almost every single website now, like if you want pornography, it's actually regulated, and I think that's a good thing. You know, because I'm not the extremist. Like, I don't think that if you go on Steam and you open the Steam game, you should actually see, like, tits on your screen right away, right? And so, like, a system where people that actually are looking for it can find it, where people that just want to surf the internet can surf it without seeing it, I think it's acceptable. It's beyond acceptable, right? And so, like, the only people that are against this is because they're grifting. Like, how is it that their life improves if some adult from another part of the world wants to read some erotic fiction and another person that makes erotic fiction wants to sell it to them? Like, removing that from existence, how does their life improve? Because I understand, well, it's like everything is affecting them. Like, okay, so let's say John makes an erotic comic and Marius wants to buy said erotic comic. Meanwhile, Thomas from America, he's a Christian man, and manages to ban the transaction from happening. How is his life improving exactly? Like, what exactly is he gaining? Is he getting more money? Is he getting, like, more pious? You know, like when he goes to Jesus at the final judgment day, it's like, tell me what you did. I prevented John from selling his comic. And Jesus will be like, fuck yeah! You know, like, help me understand. They took away archive Amazon orders, so we can't find booze orders anymore. Really? Yeah, that's another thing. You know, like this exaggeration. I gotta say, like, I come from Romania, and I grew up in a generation where if a kid wanted to buy to buy alcohol, he could. Like if a 7-year-old went to a store, we didn't have liquor stores. We had these things. Like, hold on, let me show you what we had in Romania. So. We had these things growing up. Apparently, like, there was a politician that wanted to shut them down. And it's like another one of these disgusting elitist things. It's like, why do you want to take a business that's perfectly functionable and people actually like it and go there, and you want to ban it because apparently it's an eyesore? So give me a few seconds so I can bring this up on screen, because I need to shut down a couple of windows that I still have open. Alright, so, I don't know if you have these in your country, right? But as you can see, we used to have them in Romania. Now, this is a 2025 one, which is not as stacked. But when I grew up, like, it was filled with condoms. You could buy condoms from there. Like, this was an actual push in order to lower abortions in my country and in order to lower HIV and sexually transmitted diseases. So, like, you could find condoms literally everywhere. You could find them here. You could also find alcohol. You could also find porn magazines. Like, they would actually have, like, porn magazine with girls with naked tits literally in display, right? Like, that's how I grew up. That's pretty much how Eastern Europe used to be. And, you could buy alcohol. Like, if you're a 7-year-old, you could go there, you pay, as long as you had cash, they would give you alcohol. Do you know how many drank alcohol? None that I knew. Like there was nothing stopping me from going there and buying a beer if I wanted to. But, like, I never felt the need, you know, because I had these things called parents, and they actually told me better. And if I genuinely wanted alcohol, I could ask my parents. In fact, like, in Romania, especially in the rural area, yeah, usually when you're 9-year-old, like, your dad would probably give you a glass of wine on New Year's or on various celebrations. Like, it's, right? But, like, for Americans, this is bizarre. This is, oh my God, child abuse. Okay, no, like, it would be child abuse if you give a 9-year-old a bottle of wine. But, like, again, in Eastern Europe, like, letting your 9-year-old drink, you know, on New Year's or on a specific holiday, you know, like the father would give him, like, a small glass of wine. It's pretty much normal. But my point is, like, despite the fact that it was allowed, no one did it. I'm willing to bet now that it's considered edgy Like now we imported the medical legislation. Now it's like if it's under 18, you're not supposed to drink. And they also added the dumbest thing, which I'm saying right now, I'm going to break this shit. Like I am going to break this law. I don't fucking care. If my kid wants a Red Bull and he is 16, he's going to get a fucking Red Bull. Like I don't care if they give you a fine or it's prison time or whatever the fuck. They added like energy drinks to the list of banned things. Like you're not supposed to give your kid an energy drink. Like you need to show ID to get energy. Fuck that shit. I will buy Red Bull and I will give it to my son if he actually wants Red Bull. The fuck is it? Like, oh, that now it's energy drinks, right? I understand, like, okay, addiction is bad. If I see my son drinking Red Bull every single fucking day, like, that would be a different thing. But the idea, it's like, now it's like alcohol or cigarettes. Like, get the fuck out of here. I grew up drinking Red Bull. I'm fine. I'm a pillar of the fucking community. My son is going to be one too. Jesus fucking Christ. No, seriously, like, this is mental retardation. It's like, they just fucking decided that Red Bull is bad, and so, like, no child is supposed to take. Why? What was that even, like, in the public discourse? Like, what was people even asked? When I was in Russia in 1995 student exchange, they had those. And me and my host student bought vodka, but we were, like, 15. Oh, if you're 15 in Eastern Europe, like, it's already expected that you can drink. But I will tell you something else that I've noticed, right? Like for instance, being 15 and drinking vodka, that's a big fucking no. Like people here just didn't do it. Even though, like, it was able, like, this is fascinating, right? Like there was no prohibition for teenagers to buy alcohol. But, like, they didn't buy vodka, right? Like, they didn't buy strong shit. They still brought, like, beer, maybe wine, but, like, they would never buy whiskey. Still, the whole thing with the Americans, and this happened to me like 3 different times. I saw it with different people. They weren't all Americans. Like, one of them was from Sweden, another one was from the United States, and the third one also from the US. Well, he wasn't from the US, he was from Texas, a special case. And every single time we invited them to parties, they would drink themselves like animals, and you could swear they were about to enter a coma. And I'm like, my fucking God, like, do their parents not teach them how to drink? And at the time, like, I didn't know international politics. I didn't know what the prohibition was in America. I didn't know any of that. I later found out, right? But, like, my mother, when I was 16, like, she actually taught me, it's like, look, when you drink, don't mix your drinks. Like, if you buy beer, just keep buying beer. If you bought wine, just keep buying wine. Don't drink with a straw. If you drink and you start feeling a little bit tipsy, if you start feeling your feet getting a little bit moist, stop drinking, right? And she would also tell me, it's like, if you go to a party and you want to stop drinking, but, like, the other boys say, oh, like, what's wrong? Like, are you not a man? Why can't you drink more? What you want to do is, like, you take a glass, they will fill it, and then you pretend to drink a couple of sips, and you stop drinking, right? Because, like, no one is going to pressure you to drink more if your glass is filled. What people do, what the host does, if they see your glass empty, they will pour more. Like, these were parental advice that I actually got, which were practical, right? And my mother explained, it's like, okay, so, like, women, if they get drunk at a party, they can get pregnant, right? Like, it happens. A man, if a man gets drunk at a party, you can get robbed, you can get beaten, you can get into trouble, right? Like, just because you're a man and you don't have a Jew, it doesn't mean that you're safe from all these other issues. So I had a really good mom, you know, like, when I was 9, she gave me a cigarette, and she said, like, just pull as hard as you can, just breathe in, and I started coughing my lungs, and then I decided that, okay, I'm never going to touch this stuff, like, this stuff is literally poison. And when I was in high school, and the kids came up with cigarettes and shit, I already said no, like, I wanted nothing to do with it, because, like, I knew how bad it is. And compare that to the education that an American gets, right? And an American's like, no, alcohol bad, no matter what. Sex bad, no matter what. Go get married. When you're 35, you can fuck. Before that, you're not even allowed to watch porn. I don't think, like, this is going to create reasonable people, because there's no nuance. It's extremism. And extremism is bad in both ways. It's bad if you allow a kid to do everything. That's also bad. That's also extreme. But, like, the other opposition, where you're, like, not allowed to do anything, unless the parent is there with the kid nonstop, it's going to fuck up. Helicopter parenting and too permissive parenting, both of them are cancerous. Like, you need to find a balance in between. It used to be common for a dad to give his kid a usually 2-liter jar and money along with instruction to go to the closest pub and buy beer. You're from Czechia? Czechoslovakia? Yeah, they used to do that here. Like, my dad and my mom, whenever the football games are on, right, like the championship, they would always ask me to go buy beer, and I could keep the change. And I like doing that because, again, like, they didn't have Uber Eats back then, so they couldn't order out, but they had a kid. And that's pretty much the same shit, right? So, like, they would send me all the way to the liquor store, and I would buy, I think it was like 4 or 5 glasses of beer. Tuborg, it was called. And I would get to keep the change. And so, yeah, it's something that a lot of people did in Eastern Europe. And now that they're spurging out and they're freaking out about, like, oh yeah, like, we need to show ID. Like, what if you order from out and you order alcohol? You need to show ID. And it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, the thing that I don't get is, like, alright, so, like, if a kid orders beer or alcohol and he's at home, right, and he orders it online, isn't it logged? Like, don't his parents see the logs? Don't his parents see when the delivery guy comes in? Don't they see the bottles and shit? I don't know. It's just like, I think it's like way too much safetyism. Way too much fucking safetyism. Gluttony of the United States drinking is really something. Well, it's kind of like this, right? Because, like, when I was 16, I went to a party, and there was, like, this guy, he was the son of a doctor, and he basically said, like, you guys can order just anything on the menu. Just order anything, no matter how much. It's all paid for. Don't worry about it. And I got so fucking wasted, chat. I got so fucking wasted because there was, like, this girl that I wanted to hang out with. And I went to the party, and she actually was with another guy. And that was a little bit of a bummer. So, again, like, I was 16 or 15. I don't remember exactly. But I was a teenager. And I drank, like, so fucking much. So I go up home, you know, and my mom finds me, and I was definitely totally wasted. My mom didn't say anything except the fact that next day she said that she's disappointed. And that actually hurt a lot more than any scolding or any type of punishment that she could have given. And more so, I felt really bad. Like, I had a huge headache, I had nausea, and I also regretted it. And so, from that day, I realized, okay, so, like, this is my limit. This is how much I can drink. Now, here's the thing. When you're a teenager, right, you get yourself drunk, you get yourself wasted, and then the next day, you feel bad. But, like, you don't have work, you don't have responsibilities, you know, you get a scolding from your parents, and then you learn something from that. But when you're an adult, like, if you never drank up until you're 21, and then you finally start drinking, and you get the same level of hammered like I used to get, well, what happens? Well, what happens is that you're going to be late for work. If you actually do something, it's a crime. Like, no one is going to give you the leeway of being a teenager, right? It's a lot more fucked up. SRC Baker says, I never understood those types of Americans, V. I get all that advice as a kid, but I'm Italian-American, so I guess I was taught the European way. Also, I was sent to the store to buy cigarettes at 8 years old. So, like, they would sell it in America? Well, I think they would, right? Because, like, nicotine wasn't considered as harmful back then, so only alcohol required to show ID, right? And then they added nicotine, and now apparently they're adding energy drinks. And I'm honestly thinking, like, this is a way to normalize, like, showing ID wherever the fuck you go. I mean, I literally draw a line at energy drinks. I get smoking, I get alcohol, but energy drinks, no, fuck that shit. If my son wants an energy drink, I will probably buy him one. Again, like, depending his age, I wouldn't get him energy drinks when he's 9 years old anyway, because, like, I understand how they work, and they can give you an ulcer, right? Like, that's not good. But, like, when he's above the age of 14, if he wants to taste a Red Bull, I'll fucking buy a Red Bull. I don't care. Abstinence is called, yeah. Yeah, I'm disappointed really hits hard, yeah. Can you join the Discord? Someone give oikophobic misanthrope the Discord. Give him the link. I think Zoomers are definitely afraid of getting drunk because they may end up on a compilation. I guess that's to a certain degree, but not really, because here in Romania we have like GDPR rules, and if someone films you without your consent and uploads you, you can file a GDPR complaint and they will get fined. So, kinda yes, but not really. Technically, cola is an energy drink. No, not really. The energy drink in the Monster or Red Bull is a lot more potent. Like it's got more caffeine. It's got like more additives. I think it has taurine. I think that's what it's called, and it's a lot worse than Coke, right? And so I'm not pretending like I don't understand the harms of an energy drink, but I do think life should be dangerous. I do think you should live life on the edge. Like, this idea of constant safetyism, everything needs to be managed, everything needs to be perfectly safe. Like, fuck that shit. No one wants to live like that. Go live in a maximum security prison if you want maximum safety. ID for buy and drink beer? Well, it's an American shit. Like, we actually didn't have that in Europe, right? Like, a lot of Americans on Twitter are like, oh, so like, when you have to go and buy alcohol, don't you show ID? Not in Europe. Like, we actually didn't used to have that. Coke had Coke? I heard about that. I don't know how much of it is true, but like that's actually funny. Alright, that's the Discord right there. So if you guys haven't joined it yet, then do so. Anyway, right, let's talk about the random Twitter evangelists which are flooding Twitter right now. And they're just as bad as the social justice activists. I swear to fucking God. Like, look at this shit, right? There is a new statue that's being made. And it looks pretty fucking epic, not gonna lie. Like, I like the leftist statues, right? This one looks pretty fucking cool. Like they have a fucking rock at a university that costed like a couple of millions of dollars. It's literally just a rock, right? And meanwhile, you have this that looks pretty fucking dope, right? It's Atlas, and he's holding the world. And they're saying, like, after a month of hard work, we're proud to unveil the statue we built in honor of the 250th anniversary of the United States, the Guardian of Liberty. What you see here is the scale model. The real one will be gigantic, the tallest statue in the West. So many people have offered to fund it, but the real challenge will be getting visas so we can build it on American soil. Finishing it in less than a year won't be easy, but as Napoleon once said, impossible is not French. And so, like, this is a genuine monumental culture. Like to actually see the skill involved into creating something like this is awe-inspiring. And more importantly, it's for free, right? Like, it's not from the American taxpayer money. Like, this is just the French building some shit. And this is the response they're getting. America doesn't need another pagan statue from France. If you'd like to honor America, why not build a giant cross? I mean, how can I not watch this and see them like fucking barbarians? They're no different than the woke. Like, the woke see something, and if it's not theirs, they want to destroy it. And now this guy... And here's the thing that really bothers me, right? What's stopping him from building a cross? Like, seriously, what's stopping this guy from building a cross? Nothing, right? But he doesn't want to use his body. He wants to bitch and complain. And this is the image he wants to give to American Christians by posting on Twitter at an international forum like Twitter. Right? Like, this is the image that I should have about American Twitter. Like, it's just like a bunch of people that are like women on menopause just constantly bitching, whining, and complaining about trivial shit. It's like, okay, so like in your nation, there's really no room for a statue? It has to be a cross. And he's not the only one, right? Like, this is systemic, like the left used to say. Americans blew up Georgia Guidestones, which mock the Ten Commandments. Still waiting for someone to smash this idol too. Yeah, and in the past, they would probably beat you up for being a public nuisance. The idea that, like, to be a Christian means to act like ISIS and just smash shit, it's a wild thing. But, yeah, like, again, there's nothing stopping the Christians in America from pitching together and putting money and funding, like, the largest statue in the fucking world. Like, let's be honest, it wouldn't be that difficult, right? Like, if every single Christian in the United States actually wanted to create something awe-inspiring, they should be able to, right? Because you have, like, access to the internet and crowdfunding, and there's nothing stopping you. So, like, if I was genuinely a Christian and I genuinely wanted this pagan statue to be outshined, I would fucking put money together and build, like, your massive fucking cross. They actually have that in Brazil, right? Like, they have the statue of Jesus. Why can't you build something like that? Wait, why is it like they constantly have to tear down and destroy other shit? Like, in order to show that you're moral, you need to point to something that you don't like and want it destroyed. And that's what morality is. Like, it's very cheap nowadays. Morality is cheap. It used to be expensive. Like, you actually needed to be like Mother Teresa and actually have, like, a missionary shit. You needed some charisma. You needed to feed some orphans, right? Expensive, time-consuming. Morality in 2025, which Tactical Droid agrees with, since he's here, is to just point fingers and bitch and whine. It's like, I don't like this, I don't like that, destroy this, destroy that, and they don't create anything. That's the biggest issue. There's no creation, nothing, just destruction. Yeah, no one wants to create anymore. And the reason people don't want to create is because even when you create something that you would think no one complains about, which is like a massive statue, right, for America's 250th birthday, you get people offended. And it used to be leftists that got offended. Now right-wingers are getting offended. It's like, oh, fuck yourself. You know, I'm so sick and tired of this culture of offense. They don't say offended anymore because it sounds cringe. But they will say it's degenerate, it's pagan, it's blah, blah, blah. You're pointing at people pointing. Yeah, but I'm also creating. So I'm not the one that's just bitching, right? Like, if these people genuinely created shit, you know, if they made their own statues, if they made their own video games, if they made their own comic book, I would probably have less spite and antagonism towards them. And not to mention, there's like, I don't think a single example where someone created something new and I took the piss out of them. I remember, like, my last video on the Lack of Entertainment channel, there was like some Japanese that made a woke manga, and I actually defended that. I said, you know what? He's not co-opting an IP. He's not like destroying something. He's making a woke manga that's an original title. Let him fucking make his woke manga. Why would I be against that? Why create when you get lambasted for it or worse? Remember Count Dankula V? He got all kinds of dreck for a joke. Yeah, I mean, this is the type of culture. This is why America has lost the soft power war to China now. And why they look with so much envy and hatred towards Asian culture. Like, anime is being targeted like never before now, and it's only by the Westerners. And it's because their soft power is shit. Like, look at Netflix. Everything is gay. And everything is done with the idea of being sanitized, corporate, and safe. But also, like, the idea that, okay, so you can't criticize the people that are the critics. Like, how do you get a society without Karens? Like, if I can't complain about the Karening, right? How do we still get rid of the Karens? Like, if I generally want a society that was kind of like the early 2000s, where, you know, you had, like, different subcultures, and it was kind of understood that, like, every single subculture has different rules and different morals and shit, and, like, okay, the goths, right? Like, the goths would constantly sing about suicide, death, and stuff. And, like, you wouldn't go there with your morality and start moral fagging about, like, oh my goodness, you can't sing that. But what about the children that listen to that? What if someone actually ends their life? Oh my god, you guys are vile. No one did that, right? It was like, okay, they're the goths, they're doing their goth thing, right? Now, being a goth, when you are outside of your culture, like let's say you're at your mother's dinner or you're in another culture, it wasn't appropriate to bring your goth shit there, right? Like, as long as you kept your goth shit within the goths, it was normal. Not even tolerated, like it was accepted and normal because other people had other hobbies, you know, like some people may be a heavy metal enthusiast, or someone may listen to hip hop, or someone may, whatever the fuck it was. But like everyone had their own hobbies, like you would pick a subculture, or several, and you would stay in your fucking lane, right? And then the Karens came out, and the Karens started bitching and nagging and complaining, and everything has to be the same. Everything has to be under some moral umbrella. Everything needs to have the exact same TOS. And it destroyed the subcultures. And so, like, if I want that society back, right? And you're saying I can't complain about the Karens complaining because I become like them? Okay, then what's the other solution? Like, I'm willing to look at alternatives. If you're saying that, you know, like, complaining about Karens is... Okay, fine. How do I bring back the different subcultures with like different people doing their own thing? The goth girls were pretty fucking hot, yeah. We need to make sure no one listens to them. It's not really about like people listening. It's more about pointing out that they're cringe, making fun of them. The same things that worked against woke culture will work against them. Unfortunately, they're still on Twitter, and it's not affecting normies yet. The moment it starts affecting normies, they will fucking get the backlash. It's pretty much what happened with the woke. No, it's not LED, Lexian. No, listen. The same way that the woke actually lost the culture war is because they started fucking with the normies. Like, you have a random guy, you know, coming home late, and he just wants to have a beer, and he sees a trans man on his beer commercial, right? He just wants to watch the sports, and he sees the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence there. He just, right? Like the thing isn't like you could just get away with it and do your own thing. It's like it was everywhere. And that's when the backlash starts. And this is what they will also do. And I know it because they done it in the past, right? And that's how you got Bill Clinton. There will always be a dominant culture and taboos. Yeah, but that's not the point. Like, my point is, if I want to watch some anime shit, why is there a Christian in my fucking mention? Like, who invited them there? Why is he there? How can I get rid of him? You know? Like, starting to comment about Uzaki-chan because he doesn't like the tits or some shit, and he's being gay. It's like, it's fine. You know, like, he can be gay. He can do his Christ thing, but why can't he be with his other Christians? Like, why can't Christians hang around with other Christians? What is it with this multiculturalism bullshit? When everyone has to hang around with everyone else. I don't like multiculturalism. I don't think diversity is our strength, right? I want the weebs to fucking stay with the weebs. I want the furries to stay in their own fucking lane. The trans people should stay on Blue Sky and on the mental illness that is Twitch. And then I should be able to stay in my place with my people. Why is it that we all have to constantly impose our own fucking morality with each other? Because that's not how the internet used to be. It used to be like different forums and different websites for different people. And you couldn't bring like the morality of 4chan on Reddit or vice versa, right? Like Tumblr morality was on Tumblr. Reddit morality was on Reddit. Twitter had its own fucking morality, right? I do seek them out. Motherfucker, like, disappears on my fucking timeline, right? Like, I see one of the most fucking cool statues that I'm finally looking at this and I'm like, holy shit, you know, like, this is genuine art. Like, after living a decade with the absolute trash tier of statues that the woke created, I mean, like, do we even need to get to, like, what statues did they made recently? They made, oh, that Martin Luther King statue. Dude, it looks like a fucking penis. Like, I'm not even kidding. And the author was like, oh, no, it's a hug. Get the fuck up. No, seriously, like, look it up. I can't show it on YouTube because the AI will flag it as if it's porn. It looks like a fucking penis. And this is not me saying something about Martin Luther King. I think he does deserve better than being made into a phallus. But like after decades of woke statues that look like that, I finally get to see something like this, and then I need to see Xerxes regurgitating and belching some of the most dumb and ignorant shit imaginable. And it's like, oh, it gets you tilted. Of course it fucking gets me tilted. You know, like, those who don't want to win, they what the fuck was like the dumb meme that tactical droid keeps shoving down my throat. Those who stand for nothing don't win anything. I stand for something, okay? I want these people to be treated just like the woke. Unironically, right? Like, if you're being a Karen, you deserve the treatment. I'm not standing I'm not claiming I'm standing for nothing. No, I'm standing for humiliation. I genuinely want people that do nothing but complain to be humiliated. Oh, but V, you're complaining as well. It's like, okay, but like, how can I do the society that I perfectly want, you know, the one that we talked about earlier, without nagging at the naggers? I think it's like self-defense, you know? It's like an immune system. Nagging at the naggers is the only acceptable way to nag. The one that looks like a log of poop. It depends from which angle you're at. But yeah, like from one angle it looks like poop. From another angle it looks like a peanut. You know what, fuck it, I'll just show it on the stream. I think it's fine, because like YouTube says it allows art, right? So, Martin Luther King statue. It looks like Michelle Obama's... okay, look, I'll just... Oh, did they... Holy shit, did they... Okay, so, it looks really bad from an angle. But now, like, Google is selectively removing... it's like selectively removing that angle, so you kind of don't see it. Okay, fine. I managed to see it, right? So, this is the Martin. Okay, look. So you don't think that I'm talking out of my ass, right? Like, what the fuck is this? The fuck is this? And it's not just this. Like my favorite take is that they actually use, like, in a news segment, they use like the Pornhub colors with like the black and white and the orange. But like, seriously, right? Like, who designed this and thought it's a great idea? I mean, obviously this is better, right? Like, at least it looks like the man. And the thing is, like, this is actually probably difficult to accomplish. Like, it's not like an artist just like did it out of laziness. The only explanation that I have is that they really and genuinely and unironically hated Martin Luther King. And they wanted to make fun of him. It's like, this is a person that unironically despised MLK, and they managed to hire that guy, and that's the result. Because, like, any other explanation just doesn't make sense to me. SRC Maker, you would have one South Park Wheel of Fortune with that Nagger comment, V. Could help you out with Randy Marsh. Thank you, and I appreciate for the $5. By the way, my phone battery died, and so no more troll. I'm going to stop trolling now. You know, like another statue that they generally made, and I think it's pretty fucking cool, is the Charlie Kirk statue. So they haven't made it yet, but I also seen the presentation for it, and I gotta say it's pretty fucking cool. So I don't know if this is AI or whatever, but if they manage to do it literally like this, okay, like if they hire someone and it comes out as close as possible to like, hands down, one of the best statues of the decade. Like, it's so fucking cool. It literally captures the guy, right? Like, it looks like him. It's inviting. It's in the spirit of Charlie Kirk. Like, he just wants to have a talk, and you can actually sit there. Like, no, it's spot on. It's like the best statue that you can possibly make. And I want you to compare this with the Martin Luther King one. And by the way, like, the Martin Luther King isn't even, like, the worst woke statue. Like, I know far worse. Yeah, the Charlie Kirk statue. Like if it looks like that, like hands down, one of the best statues I've ever seen. Um, Especially when it comes to like capturing like who the person was, and to capture the essence of that. Like it's just absolutely beautiful, and the color as well, right? Imagine sitting down and eating lunch at the Charlie Kirk statue. You know what? I think like the Charlie Kirk wouldn't be upset if you did that. I think like yeah, if you ate lunch at the Charlie Kirk statue, it would be no problem. I think you could sit with your girlfriend at the Charlie Kirk statue. I wouldn't see an issue with it. I don't think it would be disrespectful. It's not that the Charlie Kirk statue would be a beautiful idea. It's that they're making it, and that's their rendering of it, right? And that's how it looks like. And I think it's just awe inspiring. It's just like brilliant. Um. Leftist made a fountain version where like he pees and there's water coming out, or what? He would want you to eat lunch with him? He probably would. I think it will get vandalized. I don't think so. I don't think so, because even the left aren't moronic. Like they okay. One of the best reasons why Christianity actually spread as a religion, unlike other religions, like for instance Islam, which spreads through the sword, right? Like convert or die, or if you the punishment for apostasy is death. Christianity actually spreads through martyrdom. The thing with Christianity, if you're like genuinely a Christian, right? Like most Orthodox priests are, or an Orthodox nun or something, you are unironically a kind person. You're kind of like Charlie Kirk, you know, like you're a compassionate and kind individual if you're a Christian the genuine way that Jesus was. And when that person gets killed, it enrages everyone else, right? Because everyone else is going to think, well, hold on a little bit. I'm not as kind as that guy, and yet that guy got killed, so they want to kill me as well. And that level of martyrdom actually gets the public going. And so, when they did that to Charlie Kirk, this is pretty much like literally how the religion is designed to be spread. It's within the package. Like if you look at the Roman Empire and how it managed to have Christianity blowing up, that's pretty much how. And so, like when they killed Charlie Kirk, they enraged everyone. And if they were to now like go after his statue or you know like keep doing it after he is dead, like they would discover a way that I don't think happened in human history, like how a person can be martyred twice and get like the same result. Like it enrages people once, destroy the statue, enrages them again, right? And so I think that even the left knows this, and I don't think they would go after his statue. Christianity spread through champions. There are parts of Christianity that did, yeah. I mean, they were also enforced at some point, but no, like look at what happened when Christianity went through Asia, right? Like for instance, the Japan period. They're not equipped at being violent. They just it's not a religion that makes you achieve martyrdom by chimping out. Like you have to force it. Like most of the Crusades failed. Meanwhile, the Nordic religion, the Norse, right? Like if you die in battle, you go to Valhalla. Like that's a religion that's baked in to be violent. That's a religion that actually rewards the warrior mentality. Islam, the same thing. I think like I would have to look into how the Mongols operated, but I think like the Mongols also have a religion where it's kind of baked in. Hitler was actually sporting out because Christianity was weak, according to him, and he actually liked Islam more. He tried to make this thing called positive Christianity to like bring more of paganism into Christianity, and it didn't hold. The Pope was really upset about it. But yeah. Martyrs are only remembered if you win. I mean, like Charlie Kirk was a martyr, right? And Irina was a martyr. What did they win? No, I think martyrs are remembered if people know about it, and especially if they know who they are. Jesus says that never fear to fight against people who hate you. Yeah, but like, okay, so you have a religion that says never fear to fight against people that hate you, and you have another religion that says if you die in combat, you go to heaven. Which of the two people do you think are going to be more motivated? A martyr lefty? Of course, George Floyd. George Floyd is a martyr lefty. I mean, it enraged people, right? And the reason it enraged people is because they didn't know who George Floyd was. But that doesn't change the fact that people were very, very upset. And they caused a couple of billions of dollars in damages. Irina is remembered because the right is gaining influence? No, Irina is remembered because Elon Musk bought Twitter. The free speech guy, right? I think that without Twitter, you wouldn't know about Irina. There is no fucking way they would have allowed it. It would have been banned from everywhere. No one would have talked about her. And by the way, like, all these martyrs helped right-wingers win. Like, before Irina, there was the guy that got arrested in the subway because he choked a man. And the reason he choked the man is because the guy was threatening and he had the rap sheet. Turns out he had the rap sheet bigger than my arm. And that enraged people. And it didn't just enrage people that, they rioted or anything, but, like, you notice less and less people interfering in the subway. Meaning that the subway became more dangerous, and as the subway became more dangerous, even people from there started voting against left-wing policies. I have a video with a guy from New York that's a gay man, and he explains why he's now voting for Trump. And why a lot of people are feeling like that. And he's from New York. He's making some really compelling arguments. I'll upload the video soon. We must embrace scorn, unironically. I'm not black enough to embrace scorn. Can be a martyr if you're still alive and get acquitted. Oof. Well, it's not. No, it's not like that. You can still be. Okay, well, I mean, by the very definition of martyrdom, you're right. But it can have a similar effect if you're getting persecuted, and many other people that realize, well, hold on, like in his situation, I would have done the same, and so they would persecute me as well, right? And when that happens, like people on the subway, when they see a crime, they go like, hold on, if I intervene, they're actually going to persecute me for it. And so I'm going to choose not to. Like, unless it's my daughter, unless it's someone that I know of, I'm just going to not intervene. Anyway, we need to help Zlixian get laid. No wonder why he's always upset. Chat, can we get like a help Zlixian get laid fund? Zlixian, how would you feel about traveling to Germany? I'm not kidding. Chat, we need to find the hotel, the brothel that Hassan Piker went to. And make sure that Zlixian doesn't go to that one. Because apparently that one was investigated for human rights abuses. So, like, of course Assad would go there. But, like, there's other brothels. Apparently, hold on, let me ask ChatGPT, like, how much would it cost? Like, how much money do we need to raise for Zlixian so he can get laid? How much is a lady in a brothel in Germany? In Germany, where prostitution is legal and regulated, prices vary depending on the city venue. So, for instance, in Cologne, it's usually 30 to 60 euros, but I don't want Zlixian to go to this, right? Like, this is the fast food of the sex, like, no. No, so licensed brothel, right? Entry fee, look, Zlixian, you get sauna and drinks. You get to feel like a Sun Piker, The surfaces 50 to 100 euros per half an hour, depending on the women and specifics. Well, with Zlixian, if he has no previous experience, like I think half an hour is enough. So, but you know what? I think Zlixian deserves the best. I think like he has been a subscriber of my channel and he has donated a lot. So, chat, can we raise 150 or 400 euros for him? What do you say, Zlixian? Is this a good? I think you would be less angry. Melody Mac, ban anything that stimulates the senses. Be remembering Vosh. So you want to ban pictures of horses and geckos on it? Frank Jupiter, that was amazing. Is that a red light district? Yes. In Germany it is. I understand that the people that went there, the women are extremely aggressive. Like, when you enter a brothel, like, they get paid per customer, and so, like, whenever someone goes in, it has, like, a sauna and stuff, you know, like, it's very beautiful, nice, because it's legal and regulated. And so the moment you enter, like, women actually act like succubi, and they flock you. And you gotta pick one. My embarrassment knows no bounds right now, but I would be more economical to go to Nevada. Yeah, but like, why Nevada? Dude, you can go to like the actual Aryan women. You can go to Germany. It's got like a strong culture. Generally, okay, so just to understand how degenerate Germany is, during the Soviet Union and its satellite states, they banned prostitution and they banned homosexuality from every single nation, except for one, and that's Germany. They were too degenerate. They couldn't do it. Germany is the only socialist nation on earth where LGBT wasn't banned. And by the way, they even had like a community of people that watch pornography to make sure that porn is acceptable for the socialist society. I'm not kidding. Like they had a group of censors, like 45-year-old women, which were watching VHS porn tapes. And before that, audio tapes. Yes, that was a thing. You could actually have an audio tape with people fucking. And they would verify if the pornography there is acceptable for the socialist man. Because they had like Homunus Sovieticus. It's like the new man, you know, the evolution of mankind. And he only watched approved pornography by the party. Yeah, like the stuff. No, seriously, look it up. I'm not kidding. They have it even now. It's defined differently. But like, if I want to sell my video game in Germany, I have to cough up 2,000 euros, probably more now, because this was before 2020. You gotta cough up like 2,000 euros, and then there's a couple of hags that inspect your game, and they give it a classification. And if they don't like it, they keep the money, and they don't allow you to sell your game in Germany. This is why Steam region blocks Germany. Like, if you have an adult game, and you're launching it on Steam, it's banned by default in Germany. It's so bureaucratic, it must be true. No, but like, seriously, imagine like having the job and you're generally just watching porn, and you have to watch every single frame because like they may sneak a fetish in, you know? It's also so ridiculous because again, you have the World Wide Web, right? So it's not like German people don't use VPNs. And there's also like workarounds, like people that have these types of games on Steam, like they would open a Subscribestar or something, and then people just buy the CD key, and you can use the CD key to access the video game. So there are ways, but it is what it is. Anyway, chat, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the super chats. Hopefully you had fun. Please share the stream around, and please, if you want to help me out, you can do clips of the highlights. And if you do that, you can upload them on your channel, monetize them, make them into shorts, monetize them, and do tell me about it so I can share them on my Discord. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.